I think I'll purchase him in gold.
Call upon me.
It's kind of crackly. Okay.
Huh. Is there any way to fix that, I wonder?
Probably what we would do is, well, I mean, if we're gonna be shutting down for the night anyway, then
That's true. It sounds like it's sorted out.
yeah. Well, okay. So that's good. I was saying what we could do is just. I think the problem is probably since we're using Adobe Audition to do the active noise reduction, because the condenser, for some reason, the condenser mic has this horrible background noise problem, and the Adobe Audition fixes it, but we have to keep that running in the background. So sometimes if it starts glitching out, if it's a memory issue, too many other processes at the same time, you know. And as I understand it, you can increase the latency on the processing speed, to improve that. But the big problem is that if you do that, it takes longer and longer for the audio to go through. And right now I have it set to, I think, 40 milliseconds. And that's not so bad that you really notice. But if we were trying to if I was trying to do commentary like 100 milliseconds behind everything we talk about, you start to notice that. It's better now. So it's probably just me being too far away from the mic then.
Right. Yeah, I'm kind of debating with myself about whether to go for one round with puppies or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because it would be kind of silly to just...
What's Xmas? Ah.
But yeah, I agree with Ben. Just change, Internet. Just change.
Yeah.
And yeah, SRN, they are incredibly sensitive.
Yeah, not only is there it's just sensitive...
We have to be careful not to offend it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, keep with trigger warnings. The big problem isn't so much the sensitivity, although that is there. When I kind of I noticed it a lot with the Demon Souls, and then of course the commentary for the first episode for our LP, that when when my face was too close to the mic, you pick up a lot of the the lip smacks and all that stuff because it's so sensitive. And yeah, we don't have room on our setup to put a noise or a pop filter there, so it's one of the things we just have to deal with. But the big problem is that apparently there is an issue with, if you have integrated sound cards on a computer, a USB thing connected and running through the sound will pick up those vibrations and have this constant background sound, kind of like rushing water or something. And it's not so bad sometimes, but it got to the point where it would just be very, very audible. And yeah, I ended up having to get a hold of Audition and do the noise reduction, try to fix that. Elune's Grace. That lets you attack from a further range, I guess.
Yeah. Which could be useful.
Oh, he's a mule. I noticed it's in all caps. Is that an acronym for something? Or... Oh, no, it called a mule.
Well,
Huh.
Mule itself is actually an acronym.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot what it was, but it's in StarCraft 2. They're basically mechanical versions of SCVs.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. That's pretty cool. Let's not argue about religion when there's rogue AI to hunt down. Yeah. Oh, what do you think? You think I could do one more?
I'm kind of debating that myself. I've been debating for a little bit.
Mm.
I guess, yeah, I'll go ahead and
Balloon.
toss in with the puppies.
Mm-hmm. And see how well you do if you have like a more equitable level range here.
Right. Not that I imagine I will, but
Right.
I know my leg will definitely not survive another match after this.
Right.
That said, I'm kind of proud with the fact that I can actually take it.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually joined the Audacity forums briefly to try to get advice on that, and that's eventually what me and the guy there came up with. The guy there and I came up with was the background, the interference, from the vibrations, and everything. And and it wasn't the front panel audio jacks are a problem with the, what's the term for it? Dynamic mics, the ones that plug in directly to the audio jacks.
Mm-hmm.
Ours is USB, Yeah, so that wasn't part of it. But no, I have run into that problem. Yeah, and apparently it's like case fans are pretty notorious too, because they cause vibrations in the case, especially if they're not secured tightly. Speaking of case fans and everything, I need to I keep forgetting every time I go to like Newegg, but I need to get the like a fan controller, because the new motherboard I got only had and see how ridiculous is this? The motherboard I got back in June or whatever it was, we started. No, in August we started streaming again. We got that stuff done.
Right.
It only has slots for 2 case fans. They got 2 fans and then the fan that comes with the CPU. It's like, who does that? You know. Range support. Well, I'm gonna get some water while you're looking this over here.
Right. Well, I'm waiting for the match. So.
Oh yeah.
I guess you might as well grab me something as well. So if I do end up getting a match, then I'll probably need it, and if not, then...
Right.
SRN, yes. The case only has, I think, what, 2 fan spots?
Yeah, 2 fan slots and the case, and 1 for the CPU fan.
And 1 for the CPU fan. Yeah, suffice to say, this has been an eye-opening experience for me, so... So yeah, I hadn't actually gotten into MOBAs for quite some time. But I remember there was a, I believe, Game Informer article about how they were suddenly becoming super popular and everything. And I thought, oh, you know, why would I want to bother with something like that?
Right, right.
And thus far, I have not yet found the answer. But no, more seriously, it's sort of thing where it is a completely different gaming experience for what I'm used to. So just learning the ropes and such, you know, that'll help me out eventually. Huh. I think Wayne will have to talk to you about that one, SRN. Lorax, never played a MOBA before HOTS. Kind of entertaining, but not really my thing. MOBA's killed StarCraft, rip.
Rip. Worried about mine a little bit. Antec P180, separate PSU chamber because the fanless PSU is more rating 3 toasty.
Oh, we've got a lot of support in this one.
I have a feeling that, you know, honestly, I've never looked into a power supply without a built-in fan. I would assume if you have you'd probably want to check and make sure that that's not a power supply unit designed for a separate kind of cooling system, you know, like liquid cooled or something like that. Because if it is, then you know, if you use more fans, it just wouldn't be any good, or it wouldn't help out. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that, the Antec on the top of my head, though.
And yeah, I can agree with SRN. The format's kind of nice competitive stuff, kind of like basketball and team size, 5v5.
Right.
Yeah, not so much that it gets kind of crazy, not so little that it's kind of a one-on-one.
I guess like Lorax mentioned playing for the daily quests and do something else. Yeah, I'm okay. I'll take a look at the link as soon as Ben gets done.
So I guess we gotta hurry up and die.
But daily quest and then do something else. And there's something to be said for games that, you know, what you pay for them once and you have pretty much endless content. You know, obviously MMOs that are free to play are kind of infamous for that. But so what kind of level ranges we're looking at here? I didn't get a chance to look at these.
I didn't look either.
Okay.
Lily's there. I think I'll stay with this one.
Mm-hmm.
He's a ranged merc, he could probably use... Oh, she's going there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the battle begin! Ashtero Danador.
Huh. All of them were under level 10. Good, good, okay. I guess Ben might be the big man on campus here.
Yeah, for those of you who weren't aware with that, Lily wanted to know if she wanted me to be the primary healer.
And Ben was like, maybe the person who's playing the game for the first time tonight may not be the one who takes the responsibility.
Right.
It's kind of funny in a game where heroes are pretty much the be-all, end-all, just how vestigial armies are.
Right.
kind of like Exalted.
Treasure on the docks. Be quick and grab it.
So, what ability did you grab?
Got it.
Ashtero Danador.
I grabbed the one that makes Moonfire make regrowth regenerate faster.
All right, good night, Lorax.
Good night, Lawrence.
And maybe I'll turn me cannon on your foes.
It feels so different to being actually able to run around and play the game without being, ganked by the entire squad of heroes. I guess it's one of the big differences, though. It's like, yeah, your heroes sticking together is pretty essential. I guess my big question is, why wouldn't everybody kind of team up? I guess you can cover multiple objectives at the same time, but
In the name of Cenarius.
huh? It's a nice little duel you've got going on here.
Right. Battle of the Healers, basically.
The fact that Entangle takes so long to work is kind of obnoxious.
Yeah, it's much more to lock down.
Yeah.
Of course, the problem is I think we're not going to be able to kill each other.
It's kind of funny how you got reinforcements before she did, even closer to her base. Oh, there we go. There's some.
Oh. Arg.
It was all fun and games until Thrall ran in to finish you off. Nice try, sucker.
Let's see.
Yes, I feel strong.
Let's do treat.
Vengeful roots.
Anu Doran.
These roots run deep. Blocked. What's this cannonball thing?
Oh, you might not have been paying too much attention to it, but the person in there, Black Heart, I think, if you get enough doubloons, he'll fire cannons at your opponents.
Ah.
Is asking for it. I think they've had enough.
This is just me thinking out loud here, but would it make more sense to try to lead them with the entangle, or can they see where it's going to be?
I think they can see where it goes.
Okay. Huh. The doubloons. There's a fun word to say. So what was that thing? The circle thing in the middle there?
I believe that's where we drop off doubloons.
Ah.
It shall be done.
Looks like they're ahead on levels.
Yes, they are one level ahead of us.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Early on, split up and get more XP, push a bit, and then you do map objectives and everything. That makes sense.
The wilds call out.
What are the most effective ways of getting XP are?
Just killing things.
Okay. It seems like they're definitely ahead of you. I'm kind of wondering if that's because you were doing something wrong.
The land and I are one.
I think a mule would be a good idea.
Yeah. Somebody should have that. And not everybody can have one, obviously.
Let's skip
Destroying a gate is always
It's
good.
right there. Go grab it. Ashtero
Ooh, chest
Danador.
swap.
Ooh. That's a lot of HP on that chest.
Got it.
Nice. Oh, they didn't stay entangled for very long. Though.
Replenish your strength.
Oh, so close. So close.
The land and I are one.
There we go.
An excellent healer.
And doubloons! Grab the doubloons!
Much better.
Zip it around level 10, SRN just 6 with a team and let them do all the strategic thinking. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I have found that, especially when you get five people along, somebody will eventually, start himself as the alpha and start getting everybody else orders. And if he's good at it, you just let him do it. You humor them. And
Right.
if he's bad at it, then
Oh man, that cannonade really took us down.
yeah.
Ow.
And if he's bad at it, you just deal with it or take over or something.
Right.
Hey, Nilheim. We were,
Hey,
we were just talking about you earlier with the fighting games
Seems we've reached
and how everybody seems to be using PS4, so I can't actually do much of it. Keep it up.
the wilds call out.
So, is there anything worth attacking with the cannonballs? Like like a good.
They'll destroy forts and things.
Okay, so you got one of them you can cash in. Is that what that one is for?
Yeah.
Destroy. It shall
Seems
be
like I've been
so.
taking out the stuff on the.
Let's go take a merc camp.
Be for mana when it gets quiet. Hit it with.
That's enough. We don't be
Hey,
working
Zeus.
for
Yes, it's that
This
game.
game. Well, that's kind of what I meant. That's kind of what I meant, Nilheim, is that we're all on different platforms, so we can't actually play the fighting games, even though we're all fans of it. Ah, you can use the trait with the D button to give your teammate a bit of mana back. That's pretty cool. You just dragooned out of there. Zeus game is terrible. That's why I play it all the time. That's isn't that what people say for MMOs a lot of the time too? It's like, I don't know why I play it, but I just do.
Oh, he's got a Hyperion now.
Wretch.
Oh, because he does at level 10. Right.
For Calendar.
Nice. What'd you grab for your ultimate?
I grabbed Inner Pit? No, Twilight Dream.
Gotcha. What does that do?
See you later.
Basically, it's a big area of effect attack that also
Let's liven up
silences.
Ah, okay.
for Calendar.
Let's go take
That's
a
okay,
merc
man. I'm not
camp.
either. Yeah, there are the. I don't know when they started doing it. I want to say it was when a friend of mine. The first one I saw that played like that was when a friend of mine got me into Multi Blood, the Tsukihime themed game. And it was like, very fast paced, combos and stuff like that. And then of course Arc Systems, that's their calling card. Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue both, you have very fast paced, lots of focus on the aerial chains and stuff like that. And I was like, I like them, I like the style, I like the graphics and everything, but I'm terrible at that. Oh, I didn't know you played Multi-Blood, Ben.
Well, I played Multi too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Very brief.
Yeah, I think I played like 2 or 3 sessions worth with the guy that got me into SNK games. Zeus is getting some PTSD from another bad HOTS match. That's okay. I'm glad you came by. I don't think we'll be playing a ton of.
Yeah, definitely not for a while.
Yeah.
But again, a friend of mine invited me to do it, so
Yeah.
it's not what I wanted.
Yeah. This is actually the first day Ben's been playing the game, so I figured it's kind of worth it to see what it's like. And yeah, what is your BattleNet name, Ben?
It is Abatis. Abatis.
Yeah. And likewise, Zeus, we were talking to the chat earlier, and it's like if Ben's up for this one, for the game, and like Lorax plays it, you play and stuff like that, then yeah, we could just get a bunch of the groupies together and play it.
Oh yeah, I definitely enjoy that.
Yeah. I'm glad you would, so I had to speak for you there.
For Calendar.
I should have figured Ben would play Nero. I played the
To a healing fountain.
the maid.
That's an order.
Well, there's two of them. Peaceway, I think.
The wild.
Oh, that's why you need the number that goes with it too. Okay, I will make a. Well, I would make a note if I had the notepad here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll just send you a Twitch message after Meng gets done.
It shall be done.
Send.
The wilds call out.
All right. Yeah, we'll do. Have a good night, man.
Yep, have a good night.
Thank God WoW is safe. Yeah, I don't think we'll be doing any MMOs on stream. Maids, yeah, SRN. Melted Blood is based on the I think 75%. Oh, yeah, there we go. 50% complete insanity, 25% anime, 25% porn. Game. I guess I should say 25% vampires in there somewhere. But game and yeah. Visual novel. It was one of the first popular visual novel games. There was Tsukihime, and did a fighting game based on that, plus some of the. I think did some of the other Type Moon stuff make it in there too. I think a couple other of their other products did, but yeah, it's like that. And yeah, it's there are two. Two of the characters are maids that have had very unfortunate things happen to them, and because it's a fighting game, they're suddenly really good at beating people to death with brushes and brooms and stuff. That's about right. Good. Yeah, it's the same person I mentioned, the SNK fan was a big fan of Type Moon, and he what was it he tried to get me into? It was the Fate, Fate Stay Night, and of course that's that's completely insane. I do. Oh, I didn't know Fate got a fighting game spinoff. I know it's gotten a bunch of anime spinoffs. There's like 4 or 5 different, or probably even more than that. Fate / something. Of anime and games and franchises and stuff.
That's actually what it's called. Fate / whatever.
Yeah. Once I started making up words, like ataraxia, I think was one of them. It's like, okay, guys, that's like the Tales RPGs.
Right.
So you start off with Tales of Destiny and Tales of Fantasia and stuff like that. Then now we have Zestiria as the recent one. It's like, what is that? Yeah, exactly. That's what I figured too, Ben. It's like it was okay, we're completely off the rails with the spin-offs. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I have heard that. Of course, I don't obviously read Japanese or speak it or anything, but I have heard that the novelizations and fan stuff, just runs the gamut between like really good and completely terrible. Like on the Final Fantasy X LP has people still talking about the like an FF10 novel, a Final Fantasy X novel that basically retconned the second game, so you can go back and retrace their steps in the first one, and it's just all kinds of stupid. Yeah, that's.
I do love that Malfurion killed Illidan there.
Ooh.
Let's go take a merc camp.
I like how there's like a tree in the middle of the entangle now. You had to bash with his hammer.
Yeah, I summoned the tree in.
Nice.
Okay, so where are all? Oh, they're all over here for some reason.
Yeah. Seems like you made a fair bit of progress, though. I mean, you're about 2 levels ahead. You've got more buildings left than theirs.
Right.
Treasure for everybody, but mostly for me. It shall be done.
Yeah, they're probably going to go for the chest because that's one of their last, efforts, I would assume. For just a moment, it was like they buried the chest in a tropical paradise. Nicely done. Yeah, I guess that's a good use for Entangle, when they're tied up and can't get away from it.
Right.
Yeah.
Warns this area is dangerous. Dangerous is right. Oh, that's Hyperion again.
Yep.
There's that Hyperion again.
It sounds like you're talking about Borderlands.
Alright. Okay.
See those characters in Salty, completely unfamiliar with the source games.
As
Okay.
nature wills.
Salty Bet. Now, what is that? It was a reference to the link that SRN posted. You know, I had seen that since obviously Ben is busy trying to win.
Right.
Which I'd say you've definitely got the advantage here at this
I
point.
would think so. No, Lily, we're support characters. Run for your lives.
You
Oh,
see-
that's going to get it right then and there, I think.
Yeah.
If he has time.
Nice.
Seems we've reached an accord. Let's show
There we
our
are.
enemies a jolly good time.
Can you use it to kind of bombard their core? Or is it on certain locations?
It'll just attack.
Oh, it just does
various
it. Okay.
locations.
Cast them apart.
I guess it would have been kind of abusive if you could sync up a cannonade to soften up their core and do surgical strike on it.
Right. Alright, and we are now moving on to the boss.
They're catching up. One of them, they're not catching up in levels. You've been pretty consistently 2 ahead. I guess the idea is use the boss to try to lead an attack against their base.
Right, exactly.
Very nice. That's just what you got. Oh, so you got gold for that. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
It's got
good
the
to-
balloons.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Salty Bet is a Twitch channel which when the AI fights each other with random fighting game characters in a in Mugen. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, if you had said Mugen, we would have understood immediately.
Right. But not like your old money. Okay. Now, granted, the things that people are willing to bet on in real life, I would not be surprised if you had a bunch of people obsessed with fighting games that would show up and seriously gamble like they were gambling on football. I mean, nobody thought that we'd ever get to the point where StarCraft would fill an arena more than soccer would, but here we are.
There we are.
Excellent.
Wow.
Yeah. Mugen was. I've never gotten into it, but I've seen some really cool stuff on Mugen, and then they also get Goku versus Big Bird. Yeah, like Evo, right? Yeah, nobody thought it would get as big as it ended up getting.
All right, everybody, mount up and roll out. Yeah, I think I might actually win this one.
Oh, you're at their base. And
That's it.
Well, there you go.
All right.
Well, once you're no longer playing with people who are like 20 levels higher than you actually did pretty well.
Victory! All right, that made me, that perked up my spirits a little. I just need to stop playing against level 40 people,
Right.
and I'm all good. Whew. I do not go up to level 10.
So you got 5 levels for losing games. You don't get any for winning.
Well, the return on investment is,
You even got less gold too.
oh yeah. Well, probably because the levels were lower.
Oh, right, that makes sense. I guess it is more profitable to lose against really tough enemies
Than to win against,
a fair fight.
Right. That said, that didn't actually take a whole long. So. Oh, Nilheim scrapped Mirror's Edge and sorry, Jade Empire. What made you scrap it?
And I will definitely check that out. I'm a big fan of Jade Empire.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The sponsorships will roll in any minute. That's right. I'll have to put a company tag in front of my name.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna start.
Frame rate and audio issues.
Ooh,
Gotcha.
Yeah. Speaking of, did you actually end up getting Jade Empire on the big sale? Or
Yes.
You did. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Clearly, we'll have to do dueling LPs, and one do the close fist, and then one do the open palm.
I can see that.
All right, but yeah,
That definitely does it for me for the night.
Right.
My leg cannot take any more.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Yep.
Watching us sell out in real time.
Cha-ching, cha-ching. Yeah.